So before I knew Christ, I was Mormon for 12 years. I didn't really know much about a lot of things, especially growing up in the Mormon faith. There were a lot of questions that I couldn't get answered. I would ask questions. People would kind of blow them off and not give me the answers to them. So during that time, I decided to do my own research of my own, which meant asking family members or just honestly going online and reading books and saying like what it said about Mormonism and the Mormon faith. After I did that research, I realized and heard something from a family member, a story that I was told involving me as well. That was kind of my last straw of Mormonism, and I decided to leave the church, and that was in middle school, high school-ish. We get to middle school and high school, and I'm kind of church hopping, and then I just stopped going altogether because I'm like, I don't even know what I'm looking for at this point. It's just stuff I've heard as a Mormon. I'm like, wait, that was never brought up, or I don't know what this means. So I'd get overwhelmed and then just stop. And then I just didn't want to hear about it for the next couple of years. It wasn't until about 2018, 2019, then on, I decided to go to Texas A&M. And it was during that time that one of my friends started taking me to church with her. I was involved in an organization called CMM, and she took me to church. We started reading the Bible together. I was in another organization at that time called the BSM, which is the Baptist Student Ministry. And the thing that I was looking for that I knew was in my head, but I couldn't quite put a finger on it, was the gospel. And it took 12, 15-ish years to hear it, but I didn't hear it until I actually got to College Station and started going to church, started, I guess, researching more what the gospel was before I fully accepted it, because being Mormon, I couldn't choose to be Mormon. I was born into it. So when I heard about the gospel, I decided to, one, look into the Bible more, see what I was saying yes to, go to church, go to every Bible study I could just to see what this was telling me before I fully accepted it, because I didn't want to accept something that I did not know first was true, or if it was, I just needed all the research possible because of my background. So it wasn't until around 2020, 2021 that I got baptized. I got baptized during my final semester of college, and I accepted Christ and the gospel after this whole long process of not knowing what that was and where I was with that. There was a lot of people who graciously met me there and were willing to walk with me through all of that. There were times when I would learn the Bible, read it with friends, and I'd be like, that wasn't in the Book of Mormon, or I wasn't taught that before. What's this word? After the gospel, it's been really cool just to see how God was there in the details the whole time, and I just did not notice it until I look back on it now and see that every person, every moment, every teaching, everything in general, from the church I was baptized at, it was called Living Hope, and it was my home church in College Station, just how he knew I needed to be there and how everyone took me in with me not knowing really what a new church was, and how I became adopted there, to coming back to Watauga and not knowing what exactly. How do I church search? Where do I go? And then just doing a Google search of closest churches near me and coming here and realizing this is where God wanted me to be when I got here. So it's just been really cool to see how every little detail he's been in and he's been watching. And even though I didn't see it for the first 12 years of my life, 15 years, I finally got to see it in college and now. So I'm very thankful that I got to hear the gospel, that I got to just be here in the moment telling you about it. So yeah, that is my story with Christ and the gospel. And if you ever want to hear about it, I encourage you to ask any of us. But yeah, that's my story. My name is Kayla Wilford, and Jesus Christ is my Lord.